Hey y'all, it's Janay. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting into this flexibility routine for pole dancing, and it's perfect for beginners. So if you're looking for different exercises and stretches that you can do to help yourself on your pole journey, then this is definitely the video for you. So everything I'm going to show you guys in this video is a combination of things I've learned over the years. I've been dancing since I was a child, and I started pole dancing 3 years ago, and I started instructing 1 year ago. So everything that I'm doing has been pulled from all the years of lessons that I've received, and I pretty much just put everything together to make it into a routine for myself. So definitely take everything with a grain of salt. I'm not saying this is the exact routine you need to use. This is more so to give, someone out there a blueprint if you're looking for exercises to work on consistently to increase your flexibility. I can show you the ones that I do, but obviously you can modify them to fit yourself and your body. So just keep that in mind. The first thing I always do before I even start stretching is I do a cardio warm-up, and typically now I do my cardio warm-ups on the pole. So I will do low flow pole dancing like you see here. If you don't have a pole at home, you can just do floor work on some floor work dancing. You can also do something like jumping jacks, push-ups, and sit-ups. Those are all great exercises and things to do to help get your heart rate up before you start stretching. Now, if you're interested in my pole, I will leave it linked down below, as well as some other pole recommendations if you're looking to get a pole at home. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get into this routine. But first, I'm gonna just show you guys my low flow warm up and how it normally goes. Now getting into my stretching routine, the first thing I always do is warm up my neck and shoulders by doing head rolls. Now I typically do 8 going to each side, but of course you can modify that and do however many you want to do or whatever feels comfortable. After that, I'm going to continue with the shoulders by doing my shoulder rolls, and I do them forwards and backwards, and once again I typically do 8 on each side. Feel free to do more or less. After that, I'll do my shoulder stretches by bringing one arm in front and stretching it out, and I also use this as a time to stretch out my wrists because you utilize them a lot in pole dancing, so you also want to make sure they're warmed up too. And then I'll just bring my arm up and over my head just to get a deeper stretch in my shoulders. Then of course, just make sure you do the other side. Now the last thing I'm going to do with my arms and my shoulders are these arm circles. I do them forwards and backwards. Again, another exercise you can do 8 counts, 16 counts, however many feels good to you. Now to prepare my lower body for the stretch ahead, I always start by stretching my quads because for me, my quads are very sensitive and I happen to pull them a lot sometimes. So I always want to make sure they're nice and warmed up. You can use your pole or the wall to help keep you steady while you stretch them out. But yeah, I always pay close attention to my quads. So we're gonna start with a nice stretch downwards, and I like to grab my elbows and gently rock side to side because that really gets a good stretch in your legs. And honestly, I could just hang here for a while, but then I'll walk my hands to one side and stretch down one leg. I pulse a little bit. You don't have to. I just kind of tend to do that. But I'll stretch and then I'll bend one leg to get a deeper stretch in there. And then of course I just switch sides, walking to the other foot, and I'll stretch there for a couple minutes, pulsing once again. After that, I bring my feet together and just do a nice stretch down. I like to hold my ankles, but you can put your hands wherever feels comfortable to get a nice comfortable stretch. You never want to force it. You always want to ease into your stretches. So after that, I'm going to come to the floor, but honestly, in between my stretches, I do get on the pole. So that's how I decided to get on the floor this day. And yeah, I'm going to get ready for my next stretch. So from here, I'm just going to sit with my legs crossed like that, one leg on top. And honestly, I can sit here for a while. It's a good position to meditate in. It's also great for the hip flexors to stretch those out. So I'll honestly just kind of sit there for a while. And then when I'm ready, I bring that top leg over the other leg and turn to stretch out my back. And you guys, this is one of my favorite stretches, okay? Because if you like to get your back cracked, this is a good way to do it. So I like to do that stretch as well. And then I switch my legs and kind of sit here and get in my bag a little bit, as you can see. Why you wanna waste my time? Yeah, that's honestly how my stretching sessions go. My dancing sessions, I'm just always in my bag listening to my music. And then I'll come back up, get on the pole a little bit depending on the song. Obviously, I was feeling this song. But I'm coming back so I can finish up my stretches and get ready for these splits that I'm about to do. So the first thing I do to prep for my splits is I start in a deep lunge. Now for these next set of exercises, I'm also going to show you a variation you can do with yoga blocks if you need a little bit of assistance, but here I'm just showing you how to do them without yoga blocks. Come back into my lunge, opposite arm grabs the opposite foot and I stretch that out. This is a good stretch for your quads too. And then I slide back to prepare my legs for the split. And then when I'm ready, all I do is slide forward into my split and sit there for maybe an 8 count or as long as I can. This is my right split, so this is my better split. So now after I do this, I'm going to show you guys my left split, and I'm going to do that with the yoga blocks because I do not have my left split, so it needs a lot more work and I need more assistance. So I'm just going to show you how to do that same sequence with the yoga blocks. And if you need to get some yoga blocks, I will have the ones I use linked down below in the description box. And then as you can see, that is as far as my left split will go. It's definitely not as good as my right, but that's why we work on it. And then to finish out my stretching routine, I will just chill in frog pose for like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, however long. It's a great position to kind of just meditate and think in. As you can see, I kind of just sit there with this blank face. So I'll do that, listen to my music, or, you know, sometimes I'll have my phone, read something. But this is a good pose to relax in and also work out your hip flexors in your legs, especially if you're trying to get your middle split. I personally don't have my middle split yet, but it's something that I'm working on, and this is a great exercise to help you work up to doing your straddle. So you can sit here for a while as long as you can. Again, just make sure you breathe whenever you're stretching. Take your time easing into stretches, and if you need a modification, you can always come up on your hands. But other than that, that's gonna wrap up this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful, and until the next one, I'll see you. Bye.